Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at something new and giving it a review. Stick around. Hey guys, Rob here from Six at the Shore, and today I have something really special for you guys. So Tatuaje has just come out with a new stick. It is part of the Monster series, and it is the Boris Karloff. This is a limited run stick. It is, I believe, 1,000 boxes of 20. So 20,000 sticks total. So semi-limited. They're very hard to find, and when you find a place that has them, most of the time they're sold out. I was just so lucky that a friend of mine, John, from the Leaf in Shrewsbury near me, had a couple boxes and held a couple aside for me. So thank you, John. I appreciate it. I love working with you, and hope we can do something in the future. So we're gonna actually be able to take a look at this cigar. Nobody has a review on it right now, so I decided why not smoke it, review it, and see what it's all about. So it is a dark wrapper, as you can see. It is a chocolate brown, dark chocolate wrapper, I would say, really dark. And it's got a nice oil to it. I'm not sure if you can see. Yeah, you can see the shininess to it. It is, as you can see, let me see if I can get this band in here. Let's see what it's going to focus on. So there we go. So what we're going to do, there we go. So it kind of looks like the old Monster Karloff. They did release one, I believe it was 2012 or 2013. This is the new one for 2025. And the band is pretty similar. It's a white band. It's got silver lettering, Tatuaje. It's got nothing else on it. A big difference, though, is one of the ways you could tell is if you notice on the outline of the band, the little, almost looks like crimping. The regular Monster Karloff did not have that. It was just straight silver lines. So that's how you can kind of tell them different. It's got a nice cap on it. And it's got a closed foot, which is cool. All right, I love a closed foot. Gives you a nice blast of that wrapper the first time you light it up. And so we're gonna kind of take a look at this today. It is a 5 5/8 by 49 Parejo, so it's a round Vitola, a little bit smaller than a Toro. And what I get off it is a lot of barnyard, almost like a cinnamon or like a baking spice kind of a scent off the wrapper. Hay. Again, it's a really pretty dense wrapper. It's kind of blotchy. A lot of veins, pretty oily. Some prominent veins. And let's cut it up and light it and see what happens. So I love the Monster series because they come out with some interesting things. And what I decided to do is get this because I just love the Monster series so much. Some of them are amazing. Some of them are okay. And some of them are, more to be desired. There are some that just don't hit me the same. So I decided to just kind of give this a try and see what it's all about. All right, so the cold draw, almost like a fruity note. Hay, definitely. All right, let's light it up and see. I'm using a Zippo, but in my Zippo, I actually have a butane insert. See, a butane insert, and it's a soft flame. I love this thing. There we go. It's a soft flame butane insert, so it doesn't have that weird aftertaste that you get if you ever use a Zippo to light your cigars with. All right, we're lit. So immediately, I'm getting notes of cedar right off the bat. Not a big amount of black pepper on the start. Very woody. So like I get like a kind of an oaky note, kind of a cedary note. I would say right now I could feel it kind of stinging the tongue a little bit, just a little bit. So it's definitely like a medium spice. Kind of a flowery note through the retro. That's really nice. The burn isn't there with the initial light up. So it's definitely more milder than some of the Tatuajes I've smoked before. But I'm sure it's gonna pick up later in the cigar. Some baking spice too. The baking spice is nice. Almost like a bready note. Bread and nuts. So, so far so good. The strength is not a ton. I would say starting out with at least medium minus. So I'm gonna smoke the first third and I will come back to you guys. Hey guys, and we're back for the first third review. So we're into the first third right now, and the burn line, as you can see, is pretty straight. It's a little tiny bit of a wave, but nothing that's gonna kill the cigar. It's very well packed. A little give to it, but not overly packed. So, the ash, as you can see, the ash is really nice. There we go. So the ash is really nice, holding on very well, nice and tight, stacking dimes right there. I love it. It's just a very well constructed cigar. It's not flaky at all. It's just nice and tight there, right there. So I get a lot of, so in this first third, a lot of leather. It's like that really nice leathery note, earthy, cedar. I'm getting a floral retrohale, black pepper on the retrohale, but not a ton of black pepper on the retrohale, so it's not like killing your sinuses. It has a little bit of espresso, like a coffee, actually more of like an espresso note on the finish. Really good. I lot of smoke output. So the first third is going well. It's a decent cigar right now. It's not my absolute favorite yet. I say yet, but we'll see. So far, the first third is going very well. Good construction, like I said. And we'll see you. Oh, before we go to the second third, let's go over the blend on this a little bit. So the blend is a dark Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper and has a Nicaraguan double binder and Nicaraguan filler. Obviously, with the Monster Series, Pete Johnson doesn't disclose what his fillers are, just general Nicaraguan fillers. He will always disclose, most of his Monster cigars disclose the wrapper. The only one he hasn't is, I believe, the Creature Monster. I kind of took a guess at that one. I did that in October, and I took a guess at what the wrapper tasted like. But this one is just a really nice dark. You see how dark that is. That is like a dark, dark chocolate right there. And it is an Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper. So we're into the first third. I'll come back when we're into the second third, and we'll see how it's going along. We'll see you in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. We are now in the second third. Right before this take, I had to ash, but the ash was probably about another inch and a half, so it held on very well. So the construction of the cigar is usually never in question. I really don't ever question Tatuaje cigars with their construction. They're usually very well made. So as you can see, the burn line, well, let's see, there we go. The burn line is still extremely straight. Really nice burn line. Like I said, the construction of the cigars are always good. And I'm getting a lot of smoke output. As you can see, smoke output is really, really good. Really thick, dense, chewy smoke. It is carrying notes right now. The main notes I'm getting is leather still. A lot of leather in the second third. That's pretty much been the main note through the first third and now into the second third. I still get woodiness, cedar, some charred oak, like an oak barrel almost. I get really nice hints of coffee and espresso, like almost like a burnt coffee flavor. The black pepper's still there, not heavily, and I'm actually pretty surprised. I thought it was going to pick up a little bit. I thought it was actually going to pick up a little bit in the second third. Normally, Tatuaje cigars, for me, can get a little bit peppery in the middle, towards the end. But for me, the pepper's still right at a nice, manageable level, which is nice, so I can enjoy the cigar. And so far, it's treating me very well. It's an enjoyable cigar. It's very well constructed. The flavor profile is nice. I'm still getting, like I said, the leather is the main component you're gonna taste through the first and second third so far. It's got that cedar, it's got black pepper, it's got the coffee, the espresso. The baking spices kind of dropped off. You still get a little florality through the retro. You get a lot of cedar through the retro and pepper through the retro as well. So you're not really getting that leatheriness through the sinuses. It's still at about a medium, maybe medium plus. You could kind of taste the florality as well. It's not as prevalent on the mouth palate, more in the retro palate. I'm picking up a little nuttiness as well. Not hugely nutty, almost like a walnutty flavor that is present in the mouth palate. But you notice this the stinging. It's a little, like I said, it's very. I would say the black pepper level is at a medium still. So still bearable, still a good cigar. Like I said, the construction on this thing is awesome. Still a razor straight burn, right? You could actually see a little bit of toothiness on that wrapper as well in the ash, but it's a nice color ash. So join me. I'm gonna smoke a little bit more, and I will come back in the third to see how the cigar's treating me. All right, we are in the home stretch. We are in the final third. Let's take a look at the burn line first. So it's a little wavy, not too bad. I didn't have to touch it up. It did kind of correct itself. So the construction on these is amazing. As always, Tatuaje does a great job with the construction on their cigars. And so again, the ash held on for about an inch and a half before it fell off by itself. So like I said, the Tatuajes are fantastic when it comes to construction. And let's see what we're getting. As you can see, still a huge amount of smoke output. Really nice. No draw issues. The draw on this cigar is perfect. It has a little bit of resistance, but not unenjoyable. So we've hit the band, so we're going to take it off. You don't want to smoke through that. And just so far, the main component still is like a leathery note. I get a lot of sweetness. There we go. I get a lot of sweetness in the cigar, and there we go. We're gonna end up having to slide it off because the band is not separating. There we go. So we're into the last part of the cigar. And still, like I said, you're still getting that leather note in the first third, second third, and now the third. The pepper didn't ramp up like I thought it was gonna in the mouthfeel. The pepper kind of picked up in the palate in the retro. It has a really nice sweetness. That florality is still there, and it's a really nice flavor note to kind of offset everything else. You still have a good hit of the cedar. And that's in the retro as well. I would say the cigar is sitting at a medium to medium plus, more to the medium plus side. I don't think it's hit the full minus. Yeah, it's a good cigar. It's like I said, it's holding together well. I had zero issues, no wrapper cracking, no exploding cigars. It tends to happen sometimes in the weather. As you can see, I'm sitting out in my garage lounge. It is 36 degrees outside, so it's probably about 40 or 50 in the lounge since I have my heater going. It's going very well. It's a nice thick wrapper, so we don't have to worry about anything exploding. It's got a nice sweetness to it too. You could really taste the sweetness of the dark Sumatran wrapper. Yeah, there really isn't a ton. There really isn't, like I said, it's not overblown black pepper in the retrohale or in the mouthfeel. So it really is enjoyable in that aspect. For me, the black pepper, if it's too much, it's just not enjoyable for me anymore. So it's just a really nice medium plus cigar. Once again, I'd like to say thanks to John Garofalo in Leaf Cigar Emporium in Shrewsbury, New Jersey, for the opportunity to be able to get a hold of these, because I know when I went out looking for them, they weren't readily available in a lot of the places that I normally shop at. Since they were a limited drop, only certain stores got them, and if they did get them, they were in limited supply. So thanks, John. You're a lifesaver, and you're an amazing, your shop is amazing. So thank you for being able to hold a few for me just to enjoy them. Yeah, so we will, I will finish up this last third. We're almost there. As you can see, have about, I don't know, about maybe an inch left until the bottom. So come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. Before we go, I just want to say like and subscribe to the channel. This is one of my first full stick review videos. So if you like it, there'll be more. Just let me know. Let me know what you'd like to see reviewed. I'll try to get my hands on it. I have an Amazon basin to review. I also got the Escassos. I might do an Escassos review as well. So come back. I'll give you my final thoughts. Hey guys, welcome back. We are just finishing up right now. Like I said, look at the construction. Literally perfect. I have had zero issues with this. Finishing up the cigar, I still get really big hits of the leather note and the cedar note. That has been consistent all the way through, first, second, and third. It's been an enjoyable cigar. For me, it's not earth-shattering. I don't know if I would buy a box of it. It's been a good cigar. I would smoke them again. I have a couple left in my humidor, and I'm definitely going to smoke the rest of them. But good smoke output all the way through. Good notes all the way through. The coffee kind of dropped off a little bit. You still get that, like I said, that leather and cedar note. The kind of walnut note that I was getting has kind of dropped off. Through the retro, the spices kind of picked up a little bit, just a tad. The cigar ended with, I would say, medium plus, full minus, a weak full minus. So it's still a very medium plus cigar. Definitely reminiscent of a lot of the monsters. It is great construction, great flavor notes. I would smoke the rest that I have. The florality kind of dropped off in the towards the end. I'm not getting the florality anymore. And overall, I would say this is a good cigar. I enjoy Tatuaje. I enjoy the monsters. Not all of them are for me. Some of the blends I don't care for. Just not my kind of blend taste. This one is good. If you can find it, try it. You'll like it. I mean, I don't love it. I probably won't buy anymore, only because I have, like I said, I have a few sitting in the humidor. I'll finish them out and say that I got to smoke the Boris Karloff 2025. This is, again, they did one called the Tatuaje Monster Karloff, I believe in 2013, 2015, somewhere around there. I'm not exactly sure of the year that they released the Karloff, but it's a good smoke. It's very well done. Pete Johnson did an amazing job. His blenders and his rollers did really good when they put the cigars together. Their quality control is usually spot on. No no cracks in the wrapper. A little bit of more of a black pepper hit now that it's at the end. So that kind of moves it into the full minus. You could really kind of feel it on the lips and on the tongue. But again, it's definitely very well made. And the flavor profile was pretty consistent. So as it goes to the graveyard, it's gonna let it, just put it in your ashtray, let it die with dignity. You don't need to mash these things out. You're not supposed to with the cigars. And what I'd say is find a couple, smoke them. Like I said, I'm not gonna throw out the ones I have. They're really good. It's been an enjoyable cigar. It's, like I said, it's not earth-shattering for me, but it was enjoyable. And I look forward to doing a couple more cigar reviews in the future. This has been Rob from Sticks at the Shore, and we'll see you next time. Peace.